just so you can understand how screwed up the UK is right now, we've got lawyers paid by the UK taxpayer representing illegal immigrants to sue the UK taxpayer for millions of pounds in compensation because they didn't like being in an army base and they really wanted a hotel instead. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimers. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this. If you thought the UK could not be more screwed up, yeah, it just got more screwed up. Here's the headline. Channel migrants in line for millions in compensation in bombshell legal battle. Almost 200 people have lodged legal claims against the Home Office, which fears reputationally damaging court battle. And so illegal immigrants held at a processing centre could now be in line for millions of pounds in compensation. Allegations include SA, physical abuse, theft of property by guards, as well as appalling conditions, outbreaks, forcible separation of families, denial of medical aid at RAF Manston in Kent. Migrants could be entitled to £500 for every 24 hours they were unlawfully held there. But courts can hand out bigger payouts, and the Home Office has so far refused to settle cases with the asylum seeker claimants. Tough freaking shiz to those illegal immigrants as far as I'm concerned. They were complaining because the conditions weren't that good, right? They were complaining because they were expecting to be put in a hotel, but instead they were put into an army base, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Wah. I don't give a freaking shiz. They shouldn't be here in the first place. If they didn't come over here illegally, then they wouldn't have been at that army base. They wouldn't be. They'd be back home, where they belong. Let's be real here, right, guys? The cheek of it. They come here illegally. We put them in an army base, a processing centre, and they complain. No. They don't have a leg to freaking stand on. They're here illegally. By rights, as far as I'm concerned, we should be shipping them off back home. It's as simple as that. But no, they expected a hotel. But they got an army base instead, and now they're complaining. And they're using lawyers paid by us to sue us for millions in compensation. Yeah. Wrap your head around that. No wonder we're all freaking pissed off here in the country. Come on. So they're saying here, right, that illegal immigrants were only allowed to be held at RAF Manston for 24 hours, but some were kept at the former military base for up to a month. Tough. Again, they shouldn't be here in the first place, as far as I'm concerned. They say it only had a capacity of 1,600 people, but at the height of the crisis, about 4,000 people were held there. Again, tough. If they didn't like the conditions, they shouldn't have been in this country in the first place. They shouldn't have illegally entered this country in the first place. They shouldn't have broken in. They should have stayed where they were. It's as simple as that. And so the article then goes on to say that a Home Office document warned of legal cases involving a death in custody, unlawful detention of adults and children, Home Office officials charged with conspiracy to steal and misconduct in public office. Now, if there is any case for the Home Office to answer in terms of, any misconduct, any conspiracy, fair play, okay, I get that. But the treatment of the illegal immigrants there, again, personally, I've got no sympathy for them. I don't. Because they shouldn't be here in the first place. They are illegal immigrants. They broke into the country illegally. It is really that very freaking simple, right? But We know the stance when it comes to the government. Illegal immigrants have more rights than us. They've admitted it. And now it looks like some of these illegal immigrants are going to have even more money than us. Paid for by us. It's sickening. It's sickening, right? So, the allegations and the investigation of the condition at Manston will be, saying, reputationally damaging for the Home Office. Lawyers representing the illegal immigrants claim that they were kept in tents that were extremely cold. They also claimed a lack of beds meant they were forced to sleep on the floor with thin blankets or on a cardboard. Again, no sympathy for them. None whatsoever. Gonna be completely honest with you. Because they should not be here in the first place. They came to this country illegally. It's as simple as that. And then they're going to cry with the treatment that they get. And then have the balls to then sue us. What the frick? And so a Home Office spokesperson has said it would be inappropriate to comment whilst the inquiry into events at Manston between June and November 2022 and any related litigation are ongoing. I'm absolutely amazed that this is even happening right now. Here we've got Bernie at Artemis for Now here on X saying the following. Just so you completely understand how screwed the UK is, lawyers paid by the UK taxpayer are representing illegal immigrants to sue the UK taxpayer for millions of pounds in compensation because they didn't like being in an army base and wanted a hotel. That's the long and short of it. And here we've got my mate, Black Belt Barrister, turning around and saying this following. This is so screwed up. No is the only appropriate response, and that's keeping it polite. Yep. You see, Dan, me mate, he's much more classier than me, right? I wouldn't keep it polite at all. I really, really wouldn't. It would involve the F word and then you in terms of my response. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and unfortunately with the state of the UK at the moment, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here at Political Nerds. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alter Nerd. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. How screwed up is this story? I mean, shiz the fucking bed, right? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so, so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.